Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. I see a lot of people looking at this ABC correction as well. Personally, I thought I'll be honest with you, I'll hold my hands up. I did think that this ABC was in here. Okay, we had this ABC correction, and just here we're lowballed out and we start to come back up the stairs. All these targets were met. We had that rising wedge there in the summer, and I'm making videos about how you're going to come down, and no one believed me and all the trolls and everything like that. But I said to you, coming down 28k, and we came down there. Beautiful swing low target met. Held support, coiled up and broke out, and at that point again the 21618 targets met like an absolute boss. But just here, personally, because of this ABC correction here, I thought that this was done. Okay, your correction was done here, and you was looking at continuation, and we was looking at some kind of, because the historical data for Bitcoin and crypto, okay, shows that November and December are really bullish months in a crypto bull run. But it's at this point in November we come up here, we got a little bit of extended from this 1618, okay, a little bit of a bull trap, and it's at that point we started to come down. And I said to the whole time, if we can hold this retracement and hold the lows down here, you're looking at coming back up. But what this is doing right now, because you're taking out this low, it looks as though you're trying to come down to me. Okay, there is a technical target down here that I've given you around about 28k, isn't it? It's essentially some kind of double bottom. Now there is a possibility that it's not necessarily going to come that far. Time will tell, obviously, but if you start to lose support, you're going to come down. But in a minute, for me, this still looks corrective. I know a lot of people are saying that this is a bear market, okay, but the whole time I've given you all your targets to the upside, I give you the targets to the downside, but I did not see this big C leg down. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see this leg down. I thought we'd come down, hold this swing high just here and this swing low, get caught between, potentially, accumulation like that, hold it and start to come back up. But we've lost this low, which is not good. Obviously it's not good. You're losing a very, very important low just there. There was that fractal just there, that swing low, which was a key level support as well, which I did think would hold if you lose that. But obviously, it's lost it. And right now you're caught between this, you see that, and this. So essentially, if you start to coil up, there is a potential to come all the way down there to that technical target that I've shown you. And that would actually be, that the fact that this was not the ABC correction. This was merely an A leg down. This was a B leg high. And right now, this is C leg correction, which would in fact mean that all of this, okay, since we topped out here in April last year, has just been one big ABC correction in a bull market, okay, a wave 4 correction before continuing up to the upside, basically, and getting toward them targets. Now, this is something that I'm looking at, and, it would validate my claim that says, look, it's a corrective phase of a bull market. We are looking at continuation. For me, this isn't bear market structure yet. This is what I'm looking for bear market structure. Just here, I said to you, this is not bear market structure. This is corrective. It looks like some kind of A, B, C leg, because you've got your A leg down, you've got your B leg high, which is a relief rally, and then you've got an ABC zigzag correction in there. Then you consolidated and coiled up, and then you broke out to the upside. All targets met. Okay, so at this point, we've lost this retracement. Okay, so right now, we look as though we're losing this low. Well, we are, technically. So you're now in a reversal wave target down to the 1618, which is just shy of this low, isn't it? Around about 28k or something, I think it is, as discussed in yesterday's update. But, to invalidate all that technical target, you can coil up here and start to come back up the stairs. It's at this point, what do we do here? What do we do at this point? Do we come up, okay, and then hit a high, a retracement to this high, okay, and we sort of create this dead cat bounce scenario where this was the bear market, okay, this is the bear market. So we've come down in ABC, this is your fifth wave, and right now, your fifth wave's done, which is a bit ridiculous, to be honest with you, and then you come down, and then you're obviously cascading and rolling, and this is the start of the bear market right here. But there's a couple of things here that are telling me that this is not the start of the bear market, and I'm standing strong, as I did stand strong here as well. And I had all the trolls in the summer trolling me, creating Telegram groups, Twitter accounts, trolling the comments, saying I don't know what I'm talking about, talking out my arse, Bitcoin's going to go to 100k, before it comes down to 28k and things like that. But this is what I do. I always give you targets to the downside if you lose support, and if you're breaking resistance, I always give you targets to the upside. Give you that. Beautiful 85% long opportunity right there, okay? So what I do, it's all about support and resistance. That's what I've taught you in this space. Now, right now, if you start to come down, you cascade through support and you're creating lower highs, then you are confirming a bear market, okay? And this is something that I'm looking for. This is the most important part for me of this bull run. And this is why nothing is certain in this space. Absolutely zero certainties. Do you understand that? So it is what it is. You have to adhere here to structure, and here we was coming back, we were tracing, providing we could hold these lows, start to coil up and come back up the stairs. This is why I was giving you targets to the upside if you broke this high, okay? But please refer back to the videos. At this point here, I said to you, you've got to come back. You've got to come back and retrace. Providing you can come back and retrace and hold the lows, you're going to come back up and take on that high. But so far, you've lost these lows, you're losing this low, so you're coming down and you're retracing deeper than anticipated. So this paves way to the fact that this is a potential ABC correction, just like this, ABC correction. And right now you've come in at ABC. Look, you've come up in at ABC. And right now you're having a 5-wave down structure. But for me, I think that this is potentially wave 1. This is a wave 2. And this here is wave 3. And I think personally what we're looking at right now is some kind of relief rally into them resistance points that I've shown you in yesterday's video. And then we're going to drop all the way down to retest these lows, and this is what I'm looking at. And then it's a double top, double bottom. It's an expanded flat correction, okay, irregular correction, and this validates the fact that this is still a corrective phase of a bull market, and we're missing the 5th wave. And this wasn't the 5th wave, this B leg. Do you understand? So I've always been transparent with you. This is what I see, okay, and I'll always keep you updated. But like I said to you, there's something here. I'm looking for confluence that this was not the top in this cycle, okay. Now you know I've got my targets in this bull market. I've got 107k off this impulsive break high and low, okay, which is what I do think we're trying to get to, okay. And we start to coil up here, that's where the next 1618 will be met at 107k, and at that point you start to retrace again and go back up, and at that point I do think you'll be looking at a 260k Bitcoin price tag in this bull run. I do think you will be looking at that until you're not, until you create this bear market structure just here off this C leg down, okay. So I'm going to show you something right now in the charts that kind of validates my claim. So this is the Bitcoin rainbow price chart, okay. Now this obviously it's a model, you know, and it could lose support. If you start to lose support here, this invalidates this particular model. But I've been looking at this since way down here, you know. I've been showing this to my family and friends, and I'm saying, look, Bitcoin's an optimal entry point down here. You've got to get yourself some Bitcoin. And you know, some took me up and some thought I were crazy, and it's that point of laying down my fibs, and we've come up here and met the 1618 at 63k, which I've shown you numerous times. And you know, it's the fibs as well, which up here gives me my target, the 2.414 Fibonacci extension right there, as you're fully aware, that gives me a target to 260k, which is roughly round about there, isn't it? You know, by where is that? That's 2022 October, roughly. That's the earliest it could actually be according to this chart, you know. So right now potentially having a correction, hold support, you know, and this is the other thing. This is the confluence of the fact that this to me is not your traditional bear market top or bull market top, because usually for Bitcoin in crypto, Bitcoin has an 85% correction from the top there, and it draws down to the bear market low roughly around a year later, has an 85% correction, okay. So right now, if look, and it did it here in the previous bull run 2017, topped, retraced, came all the way back down in the bear to the bottom of the blue. Look at that opportunity down there, okay. Came all the way down there, you know, and that was an 85% drawdown. This was an 85% drawdown. So right now, you know, if this is the top of the bear and Bitcoin has an 85% drawdown, you are losing this structure here. You're losing this rainbow chart. Now, does it mean that it can't lose it? Of course it doesn't. But this, look, traditionally you're bouncing off the lows in the bear and you're hitting the resistance in the bull. Do you see that? And we've not come up here yet. So this is confluence to the fact that I still remain in my target. And that's why I say it's the road to 260k, because it is. Look, we've come up in wave 1, we went sideways in wave 2. We've come up in wave 3, we've gone sideways in wave 4. So right now this is just playing out like an absolute boss, okay. And you know, others are fearful that we're going to come all the way down here to 10k and have that 85% drawdown, and we've got the bear market top here. If we have an 85% correction, which is traditional in bear markets, we come all the way down, we're cascading, we're falling through this key level of support, the rainbow chart. That to me tells me if Bitcoin starts to do that and we have that 85% drawdown, I'm out, because Bitcoin's losing all structure. You're losing the previous all-time high, and you can see in every single bull run you've never come down to the previous all-time high as support. And if Bitcoin even comes down to 20k, you know, you're doing something you've never ever done in a bull run. So for me, potentially, you know, you're somewhere like here, halfway point, you had a retracement here, people shitting themselves thinking that was the bear market, but you wasn't creating any bear market structure, and then you start to come back up the stairs. So for me, look, you come up in wave 1, wave 2 correction, wave 3, wave 4 correction, and this is an extended cycle, okay, an extended cycle. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. So there's no hopium or bullshit, or I'm pulling fingers out of my, you know, the sky. I'm backing it up with technical analysis. I always have. So it's the road to 260k. You know, is it going to get there? Who knows? But it's doing everything it needs to get there. Okay, it is until it isn't. Do you understand that? that's basically Bitcoin. And one other thing I'm going to show you as well, you know, if this was an 85% drawdown, you're gonna pierce through this, and this model is gone, okay? And then you're losing all structure, like I said, you're losing that high, and you know, God knows where Bitcoin's going to go to. So that is, you know, pure bear market right there. If it does do that, is it going to do that? No one knows. No one knows, do they? At the minute, it looks corrective, and this is why I say to you, it's corrective phase of a bull market. But right now, if you do start to come down and you meet that technical target that I've given you, around about the 30k, 28k double bottom, you know, you start to come down in that final fifth wave of the C leg, and you start to come back up, you know, you could be looking at a 260k Bitcoin by the end of the year, when everyone was really fearful and weren't buying it. But look what Bitcoin does. It comes back, and then it breaks out. Comes back, and it breaks out. Comes back, breaks out. You see that? So it doesn't. There's no guarantees, obviously. You know, if you're doing what it's doing right now and you're holding support, for me, I'm more biased to the upside than I am a bear market. We're not getting any bear market structure here at the moment, and this is what I'm looking for, that dead cat bounce, which I keep reminding you of. Okay, so this is still corrective for me. But anyway, that's my own opinion. Okay, that is my own opinion. It's my own analysis. It doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just what I'm looking at. Okay, and the charts are telling me that. So far, so good. So let's take another look at another indicator right here for Bitcoin. So as you're fully aware, I like to look at the CBBI indicator, currently sitting at 43. Now we're here, look, we've got this wave 1 high with wave 2 correction, ABC correction like that, okay? You came down, you put in a relief rally, and you had the capitulation right there, the C word, okay? So just here, we've got this big third wave, and right now you can look, you've got A wave down, your B wave high, and then your C leg drop. Beautiful ABC correction in itself on the CBBI, and you can see right here we actually put in a new high just here without setting a new high in the CBBI. We never got overcooked. So for me, this is perfect. You know, even if we do start to lose here and start to come down, and this starts to come down, for me, you are losing structure. If this CBBI comes all the way down to zero now, and we enter a bear at this point, this was a bear market, you're losing that low, and this CBBI is wrong as well, and all the models have gone out the window, and Bitcoin's going to roll to zero, and Peter Schiff's right. So anyway, that's basically Bitcoin. Let's keep an eye on this. But this CBBI historically has always got overcooked in the bull market. It's got 2 cycles that it's been correct, 2 cycles in the bear that it's been correct as well, you know, the lows. So far, you know, given that, why should we ignore this going forward? Do you understand? So anyway, that's just my own thoughts on it. You know, I don't necessarily think we're in a bear market just yet. I think we're in a corrective phase of a bull market, you know, and people are being shaken out. It's like a mid sort of term stop point, basically. But again, I could be completely wrong, and there's no guarantees, okay? So take care, everyone. That's a bit of analysis on Bitcoin. Sorry I bored you. Take care, everyone.